Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Just a reminder, next week we will be on Sunday. So Sunday the 26th. I have to unfortunately work on Saturday from 8 to 12. So we'll just push it off to Sunday like usual. And then I think the following week will be a Saturday. And then the following week will be a Sunday. And then I have 5 Saturdays off in a row. So I'm pretty stoked about that. But this morning I wanted to talk about first briefly setting yourself apart on social media, and then go into planning our week day by day like usual. If you're new here, welcome, first of all. And second of all, we go through Monday through Saturday. I usually leave Sunday open because I think it's important to take a day off of social media every once in a while for your own mental health. And also it kind of, with your stories, if you do decide to not show up in your stories for a full 24-hour period, and then you come back with a poll, it's really good for your algorithm. But anyways, that's beside the point. But we go through Facebook, Instagram, and stories and what to post on there daily. I want to talk about consistency real quick though. I saw a post by somebody the other day regarding social media, and what somebody else's consistency may look like might not be the same as your consistency. And if you're seeing somebody post like 3 times a day and in their stories 950 times a day and you feel like that's overwhelming for the type of life that you're living right now or season of life that you're in, don't feel like you have to mimic that in order to be successful. I think it is important for you to attempt to at least show up every single day if you can, and have that day of buffer where you do take a mental break from social media. But as whatever consistency looks like for you, I want to provide you with content so that you have something to fill in every single day. And some of these can cross too. So like if you're doing an Instagram reel and you have the capability on Facebook, I found a hack for myself, but I still don't have the ability to I don't have the little thing that says reels on Facebook still. I can't believe it, but I don't know why. And I can't figure it out. But you can take the reels that you're making on Instagram and repurpose them. So save the video before you post it on Instagram so it doesn't have that watermark on the bottom, and then re-upload that to Facebook, and you could re-upload that to TikTok. So you have multiple ways, but you can cross-pollinate these posts that we create every single day. So the first thing I want to discuss is, how are you setting yourself apart? There are billions of people on social media, and it can seem like really overwhelming, and like how do I stand out in the sea of people? And also it can have you start to live kind of, or show up on social media in kind of a jaded way, which is not authentic to you, which never feels good. And never feels good to pretend like you're something you're not, or to force something so that you can gain popularity or whatever. People often feel that they can tell if you're being inauthentic. And second, it just doesn't feel good for you, and you burn out super fast because you're not just being yourself. So I want to talk about how you can set yourself apart in the sea of people, and give you some different questions to ask yourself regarding your content that you're posting, to help you kind of discover how you can set yourself apart. The first thing that I want to have you ask yourself is, who specifically are you trying to serve? I say this over and over and over and over again. And it is, if you're trying to appeal to everybody, you're appealing to no one, because niching way down to understand who's the target person that I'm trying to build a relationship with, talk to, or help, really helps not only the other person on the other side know that you're speaking directly to them, but also for you to create content. It makes it so much easier, because you think to yourself, would this help the person that I'm trying to serve? So some things to ask yourself regarding who am I trying to serve. What's the age range that I'm trying to serve? What does their life look like? What kind of problems do they have? And then like, what specific thing am I trying to help them with? Those are the things you want to ask yourself on every single time you're making a post or a story or a video or a reel. Who am I trying to serve? Second, what is the new unique perspective that you can offer? There are billions of people on this planet, but no two lives are exactly the same. So what unique perspective can you provide that nobody else can provide? Did you go through a certain situation that you know how to overcome it? Are you funny? Are you quirky? Are you weird? Are you loud? Are you quiet? Are you you kind of a meek person? Are you somebody that feels like you're really inspirational? Are you really good at making other people laugh? Like, what is your unique thing that you bring to the table? And I see this so often, and because I'm genuinely, and tell me if you're not the same, genuinely gravitated towards people who are just real. Like, you can tell they're just being themselves because they mess up. They're quirky, they're funny, they have their like little ticks about them. Like, I appreciate that so much more than somebody that's trying to present themselves as perfect all the time, because it's relatable. And I'm like, oh, if they can show up authentically as themselves, so can I. It kind of gives other people permission as well. So what unique things do you have to offer people? And don't think just because here's the gamut of things that I think people run through their head that causes them to feel unqualified. I don't have enough followers. I'm not like pretty enough. Not an insert whatever that might include, skinny, young. I don't have a perfect house, like whatever that means. You use all these excuses to disqualify you when those are the very things that could actually qualify you to help somebody else. Because if you're being authentically yourself, then it attracts people that are like you. And I think that's important too when you're trying to sell to people. If who you're trying to serve, if you're trying to be somebody else and you're trying to serve a specific group of people, but you're not even being authentic to yourself, like the disconnect is going to be there. You're not going to be able to have that mesh that you need. So that's something to add, like, what is your uniqueness that you bring? For so long I try, and it's so funny because I pull up my memories every day because on Facebook, because I like to see my own personal growth, B, if I have like pictures where I'm like, oh, like that just doesn't even look like me, that I'm able to do like before and afters with or whatever. But I pull up my memories every single day. And let me tell you, when I rewatch my lives that I did back in like 2018 when I first started, or even into 2019, and I'm listening to myself talk, I'm like, I'm pretending, like legit pretending, and I can feel it. And how different I sound now, because I've just done it so many times that through repetition, I just became more comfortable. And B, I just kind of threw trying to be perfect out the window and just decided I'm going to be myself. And if the person on the other side of this likes it, then they will like it. And if they don't, then I'm not their cup of tea. And I probably don't want to work with them anyways, because have you ever worked with a coworker that is just like nothing like you, and like how hard it is to communicate, how hard it is to find common ground? If you've like managed other people, like how hard it is to manage them because you don't understand what motivates them. The same thing goes with your team. Like, you want to attract people that are like-minded. You're going to be diverse in other areas, obviously, but you want to have some common things for you to be able to relate on some sort of level. So I always just think the world is abundant. There's so many people out there, and the people that are meant to be within your circle, if you're truly being yourself, will be in there, and it'll make your relationships with those people so much better. Like, I think of my little unique set of my team, and I can't imagine life without them. Like, I absolutely love them. We drive together. We have common interests. It's easy for us to talk to each other. And that's because I decided to show up as myself and not pretend to be something that I'm not. And also, along with the unique perspective you can offer and who you're trying to serve, is quit saying you guys on your stories. There is nothing more that drives me nuts when people say like, hi you guys, because I'm like, who are you talking to? It's just me watching. So the more you can say you, the more you're going to make the other person on the other side feel like you're just speaking to them directly, like you're having a conversation with them on like a video chat or something like that. They will gain the sense of community when you do things like question boxes, They can see the different comments that are going back and forth on your posts and your reels and things like that. When you're speaking in a story, you're speaking to one individual. Okay. Next question to ask yourself is, how often are you posting just to post versus posting to serve the people that you're trying to serve? I see so many reels, and oh my God, yesterday I got so mad through, because I occasionally will go on to reels just so I can like see what are the trending sounds, steal some of those, get some ideas to make my own content and stuff like that. And I got so frustrated with the stuff that I was seeing from some people that I literally threw my phone on the couch and I was like, I'm done with the internet today. Because it was like, I thought to myself, I'm like, who is this for? Who is this for? Is this for you to just gain attention? Is it because, okay, I'll be honest. It was a girl that was walking and like, all you could see was her girls bouncing up and down. And I was like, what is this? Like, I just can't even. And all the comments were just like a bunch of men. I don't know. Anyways, personal rant. But are you just posting to post to gain attention because you saw somebody else make a post like that or make a reel like that, so you're recreating it, hoping it does the same thing for you as it did for them? Or are you posting to serve the people that you're trying to serve? With that first question, who you're trying to serve. And here's the thing. I think people are so focused on getting that one viral reel, and they think by recreating something that somebody else has already done that went viral, that it's going to do the same thing for them. It's not, you guys. It's not going to do the same thing for you. You know what's going to do, what's going to serve you and help you grow your business and help you grow your following is you serving other people. You bringing your unique perspective to social media and serving other people. And so every time I post, and sometimes I'll post things that are about me. But I try to make the majority of the things that I'm posting. So like if somebody on the other side is reading it, it's helping them in some sort of way. The information that I'm providing is helping them. So how often are you posting just to post something to get it out there versus posting to serve people? The next question is, or the next comment, I suppose, this is more of just like a blanket statement. 400 relationships, genuine relationships built with people is better than 40,000 followers. If you're building, it's like, so that number that you see where people are like, oh, I just wish I had more followers. Yeah. Have you ever looked at conversion rates on people's posts that have like 40,000, 90,000 followers? If you have 90,000 followers and you're only getting 500 likes, like there's a disconnect. I'm sorry. So I would much rather, and it would be much more effective for you to have 400 relationships that you're building. Like that sounds like a really crazy number. And honestly, it's not really sustainable, but I just wanted to provide perspective. 400 relationships is way better than you having 40,000 followers that aren't even connecting with you. So I would say 40 relationships is better than even 4,000 followers. So building relationships with people, authentic and relation. Mute. Okay. Last question I'm going to have you ask before we dive into our days is, are your posts / reels about just you, or are they about who you're trying to reach? There are times where I think it's important for you to share about yourself, and that's to kind of like either provide credibility or connection with other people. So when you're sharing information about yourself, it should be clarity about who you are and what your mission is, and connection with other people, so that they can see, oh, you're like me. And then the other majority of your posts, so this should like follow the 80-20 rule. 20% should be about you and your story. 80% should be trying to who you're trying to reach, about who you're trying to reach. And that's because if you're constantly just talking about yourself and just posting about yourself, you're a narcissist. And it's not going to convert well. Sure, you can see people that are just constantly posting themselves and they might have lots of likes, but it's like having 1,000 friends and then having nobody to talk to when you have a problem. That's what it's like. So like you're essentially alone because you're not creating connection with anybody. So when you're looking at your posts, think to yourself, am I just posting about myself? Because I see that so often with reels and I watch other people that are in this business or that I'm friends with or whatever, or even just strangers, and I'm watching their reel and I'm like, what was the point in that? Because you just wanted to show yourself. Like who was that for? I always ask myself that, like, who is that for? Who is that for? And I think you need to kind of sometimes step back from your own content that you're creating, because it's yourself and you're sharing your life. Yes. But you got to take that outside perspective sometimes and step back and look at your content and think to yourself, like, who is this for? Is this for me because I just need to post something? Is this for me because I need an ego stroke? Is this just for me because I like my outfit and how I look today? Or is this for somebody else that I'm trying to help? Because that is what our whole entire business is surrounded around. It's not surrounded around you. If you're surrounding your entire business about how much money I can make and how many customers I can get and how many team members I can blah, 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 you're going to run a very, very difficult race, because this entire business is built on, I think it's Paul that says it, or maybe it's Jason, OPE, other people's efforts. If you're trying to do this alone, it's only going to carry you so far. The same thing goes for your content on social media. Don't just post about yourself all the time. You need to be serving other people and creating connection with other people, because that's what our entire business is surrounded around. So hopefully those were some good questions to ask yourself to set yourself apart. You guys, don't be afraid to be you. I know sometimes we immediately disqualify ourselves because you will see the sea of other people and you're like, I'm not as pretty as her. I'm not as popular as her. I'm not as, I don't know, like I'm not as perfect, like their house is put together. I relate so much more to people that are willing to be transparent and vulnerable than I do somebody that's just pretending to be somebody. And other people feel that way too. So don't disqualify yourself, because I think I said it last week. In this book that I'm reading, The Power of One More by Ed Milet. It's really good. Check it out if you need a book to read. He talks about how you are one connection away from a totally different life. And think about there was one connection with one person that brought you into this business. There was one connection with one person that brought your children into this world. There was one connection with one person that brought you into this world. And don't disqualify yourself because you think like, oh, I don't have 1,000 followers. There might be one person that needs to hear what you have to say, just one, and it can change the trajectory of your entire life. So keep that in mind. Okay, now we're going to go into planning the week. So Monday for Facebook, I have live video any time of day. If you haven't done live video, step outside your comfort zone. If you haven't done one in a while, perfect time for you to do another one and say like, hey, it's been forever since I've just caught up with you guys here. So Facebook live video, it's okay for you to say you guys on live video because they can see all the other people that are watching with them and commenting with them. Instagram reel, and this can be about anything. I just want you to get comfortable doing live videos, or I just want you to do a live video to connect with your peeps. Maybe it's you doing your 3 steps in the morning. Maybe it's you sharing a recipe or talking through something that is related to your niche, or like whatever it is. Just do a live video, because the more you do them, the more comfortable you get. Like if I could show you guys my video that I watched this morning of myself from 2018. I was like, cringe, but whatever. It's part of the process, and I'm not mad at it because I had to go through that stage in order to get where I'm at right now. Instagram reel, and then the tagline I have is common misconception. So what's a common misconception within your niche that you're in that people have? Stories, I have the capsule tag. So tagging some friends when you do a talk about your capsules and how they're helping you wake up on a Monday morning. Drag the tags to the bottom corner so everyone and their mom doesn't see it. And then repost people that tag you as well. So like you have the whole weekend to come up with a group of people that you're going to tag. So if you don't know what their Instagram hashtag is, find that Facebook hashtag, like, or Facebook, Instagram hashtag, Instagram tag. Yeah. Whatever their Instagram tag is, or tagging them on their Facebook stories, however you prefer to do that. Tuesday, I have Facebook. It's payday on Tuesday. Groceries, gas. Talk about groceries and gas. You guys, it is not a secret that we are seeing inflated prices everywhere right now, and people are struggling. I think when I was on, I was just scrolling through Instagram this morning a little bit. I saw like 4 or 5 posts of people talking about like how their gas prices are like their previous grocery prices, and their current grocery prices are like they're like car payment, and their car payment is like their mortgage. Like everything is gone way up, and it's no secret. Why are you not talking about how somebody could $20 a week would change somebody's life right now? I'm telling you, with the way things are. And if you're not earning a paycheck, I want you to talk about how we are bringing a mortgage bonus on. Like that is huge. I don't know when it's going to be, but just bring about excitement about how we have this car bonus right now within my company. Like talk about relief that would bring somebody. But on top of that, now our company is talking about introducing a mortgage bonus. If I had my mortgage payment taken care of every month and my car payment, the things I could do, let me tell you, that's like, honestly, that's like $2,000. That's just insane. $2,000 a month. If that was freed up for people, the amount of groceries and gas would not even matter. So you need to be talking about these things, even if you're not earning a paycheck yet, or even if your paycheck is $25, that matters right now. That is an extra quarter tank or something. I forgot my car about died the other day. I don't know where I'd be without my paychecks with this company, honestly. So Instagram, I have photo of yourself to share a little bit about yourself. This is a time that's going to be okay to talk about yourself, because I think that's important every once in a while so that people can get to know you. And then plus a quote. So your photo, and then they can scroll, and then the next one will be a quote. This can be like a Twitter quote, Twitter quote type looking quote. You can find a quote and repurpose it and then put that up, whatever that relates to what you're sharing about yourself. Stories, I have payday and either your Lovell card, your commissions transferred, or if you're part of a group chat where they talk about it's payday, like just screen record and scroll through the payday talk or whatever. So, and then post that into your stories and talk about how this could help somebody else. Wednesday I know I'm trying to go really fast. But it's like a sauna in my office because we don't have central air. I have window units and a wall unit downstairs, and I really need to get an air conditioner in here. Anyways, Wellness Wednesday for Facebook. How are you living a healthy and well life? If you're part of a health and wellness company, you need to have aspects of your life that are showing that you're living healthy and well. So whether that is you're sharing some information about health that people may not know, like a fun fact, or you could talk about your workout, or you could talk about what are some snacks you're making, or you can just talk about how I'm a single mom of kids, and it's really hard for me to take care of myself. So I take vitamins on a daily basis because I know that the other things I'm eating throughout the day are leftover mac and cheese, chicken nuggets off my daughter's plate, and whatever. So making sure that you're talking about health and wellness in some aspect for Wellness Wednesday. Instagram, I have reel with the trending sound, and implement your niche in any way that you can. So taking a trending sound, making it your own with your niche. So for instance, I'll just give you, like, there's this one it's like Hispanic music, and then it transitions into another thing, like what I think versus what's actually happening. So like mine was like loses 40 pounds, and then and then I go into the next thing and I'm like still wears huge baggy clothes. Like that's funny for the people that are in my niche because they're following me because I do health and wellness, working out, losing weight, all those things. So however you can take a current trend and transform it into whatever is your specific topic that you're discussing all the time. In stories, I have testimonials. So there are a few different ways that you can gain testimonials, either your personal customers or your samplers, just taking previous conversations that you've had with people, or finding them in some team page. There's testimonials in some other team pages, so you can steal those ones. Or if you're part of a group chat, which I'm sure everyone is part of some sort of group chat, I would hope. Just ask like, hey, can you guys provide just a little bit of a snippet about what you love about Thrive? And then you can snapshot those and share those. But having some sort of testimonials in your story after you share your 3 steps or one of your 3 steps. If you want to like specify, so like, let's say you're just talking about capsules and you want to ask in that chat, like, what do you love about the capsules? Can you guys share just a quick quote? What do you like about the mix? Share a quick quote. And then have people like put their things in there, and then you have a running Rolodex of a bunch of things that you can run through. So what patch do you like and why? I don't know. Where am I? Thursday. Facebook, I have Throwback Thursday. This can be your own throwback, or you can share something from the fan page. You can share somebody that's a sideline, an upline, a downline, whatever line you want to choose, and just do a Throwback Thursday. If you can tag that person, even better. Instagram, I have Twitter like quote. So sharing some thoughts that you're having in that Twitter like format. So white background with a little face bubble in your tag, and then some sort of verbiage that is sharing thoughts or ideas. Stories, I have the 3-step breakdown, however you want to do that. You can do it you talking through all the 3 steps. You can do it where you're sharing separate slides. So you share one of your 3 steps and then go into what is that, and then sharing all 3 and why they're important. And yeah, so a 3-step breakdown. Friday, Facebook, I have Flex Friday. We're just going to stick with that. Don't use company jargon like DFT unless you're explaining what that means. And don't take 8,555 people because it's going to kill your algorithm. So Instagram, for instance, I posted a Flex Friday post yesterday, and then I asked like, who else has had their life changed by wearable nutrition, shared my link into my team chat, and then had my friends share their little comments. But because I shared that, I had somebody reach out to me and she's like, how does it help you with appetite control? And I was like, well, let me tell you. So anyways, Flex Friday for Facebook. Instagram, I have reel and ways to ... Whatever you want to do there. Ways to set up your day successfully. Ways to prepare your snacks for the week ahead. Ways to keep your kids busy during the summer. If someone wants to do that one and tell me, that'd be great. Ways to earn extra income. Ways to whatever your thing might be. I don't know. That's just the tagline I have. Stories, talk about samples. So because you did the 3-step breakdown the day before, it's an appropriate time to talk about samples and say that either you're showing that you're packing them up, you're talking about what's included in them. Maybe you do a giveaway, like however you want to spend that. You mention samples in your stories at some point. Saturday for Facebook, I have a lifestyle post. So what a lifestyle post is showing how the business fits into your lifestyle. So whether you're showing whatever you're doing and how the business shows up in your life. This can be like a picture, and I share this every time I do it. A picture of like you with your kids in the background, you with doing some other sort of thing and being able to work your business, your workspace, like whatever you want to do for a lifestyle post. It can even be like an event you attended, friends you've met, trips you've been on, like whatever lifestyle of your life with the business. Instagram, I have another reel. Again, whatever consistency looks like for you, but I try to make 3 to 4 reels per week on Instagram because that's where the attention is, and where the attention is where you should be. So I have a reel, or you can do a tips video that's 1 second. So how that works is you go to Canva. I have a whole video on Canva. You can go onto my YouTube and find it there. I'm not going to explain it now, but you make a picture with a bunch of tips. So like maybe it's like 10 things you need to know about XYZ, or 10 ways that you can do this, or 5 things that you will help you with this, or 5 tips to blah. You make a text format of it, and then you pull that text format up on your phone and you screen record it, trim it up to 1.5 seconds, and make it trim to like a little square so it looks like it's just a photo. And then you post that on your Instagram. The reason that this is so genius is because when people are reading it, it's constantly replaying the video. And Instagram, algorithm's a computer. It's smart, but it's stupid at the same time. So it thinks that, oh, they're watching this over and over again. It's important. So let's populate it out to other people. So that's, you can also do that. That would be a genius thing to do this week as well. Stories, I have talked about the community in the business. So whether that is, maybe it's Sunday morning, you don't necessarily have to do this Saturday. It can be either Saturday or Sunday that we're talking about us coming together here, or you're sharing information about a Zoom you did, or an event you've attended, or a trip you've taken, or friends that you've met within the business, community within the business, and why that's so important. So to you. We made pretty good time, 8:33. I know I have a tendency to talk super fast, but I try to get this up as soon as I can on YouTube. I know sometimes it takes me forever, but I have a life too, okay? But I try to go fast. If I'm ever too fast, please let me know. If you do an Instagram reel, do you not do an Instagram post that day? Sometimes I do both if I have time. I don't pressure myself to do both though. If I do a reel, that I make an effort to at least post 1 time a day if I can. And sometimes it's every other day based on whatever is happening in my chaotic insane life, but I try to make it a priority to do at least 1 post a day. And if I can, I try to do 2 Facebook. I haven't been very consistent with Facebook because a lot of my attention has been on Instagram, but I am off on Monday this week. So I am going to be doing tons of batch work for my content. So that's going to be pictures. That's going to be just recording a bunch of reels with sound and not having any idea what the context is going to be. That's how you batch, is you just create a bunch of reels with the sound and you have no idea what the context of that reel is going to be with the text yet, but at least you have all those things on deck, and then you can be like, oh, that's a great idea. And then you can put it in and just populate it out, populate it out, populate it out, change your outfit a couple times, whatever that looks like. So this recording should be up, I will say, by 9:30. So within the hour, because I have to go downstairs, I have to get my daughter breakfast, I have to let my dogs out, and then I will get it up. So, and it always takes like 15 to 20 minutes for the recording to actually show up in my cloud. So that's why it sometimes takes me a bit, but I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday. If you're in the Minnesota area or anywhere in the Midwest, I'm sure it's everywhere actually. Stay cool. Oh, it's gonna be 100 degrees here and I'm not looking forward to it, but stay cool. Prep your business, take time to just plan out the week so that you don't feel like you're just being chaotic throughout the week. And I will see you next Sunday. Love you guys. Bye.